what you're about to find out today will knock your socks off completely. Use this trading system and it'll blow your trading up completely. And the reason I say that is because it's so simple. You could teach it to a 4-year-old child. Now, that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to use my trading system, which is the simplest trading system on earth. And do you know what it is? I simply use support and resistance, supply and demand, and imbalances. Nothing else. If you want to have moving averages and RSIs and MACDs and things like that in your chart, more than welcome to do that and use it as a confluence, because I do the same. I'll use it as a confluence. I'll have a look, but I will not trade with those products. What I'll only trade with price action, I'll only trade with support and resistance, or a supply and demand. If I see it's hit one of those levels, I'll start looking for my trade. And there's nothing magic about it. There's nothing strange about it, nothing phenomenal about it. Trading is a 50-50 game. If any of you know me, you'll know that that's my game. So trading is risky. 80% of traders lose money, and you probably will too. We all do, and that's the work of the game. So that's the risk, and that's where you go with this. I always use the analogy, and I've used it so many times, as have many other famous traders, the 10 coin flip. I'm getting tongue-tied. If you flip a coin 10 times, let's say it's a 5 rand coin because I'm in South Africa, and you flip that coin 10 times, you'll agree with me that you're going to lose 5 times and you're going to win 5 times on average, 9 times out of 10. Okay, not 10 times out of 10. But let's say, now you look at that and you say, well, I lost 5 rands and I won 5 rands, so effectively I'm kind of on a zero here. What's the point? Well, the point is this. What if I said to you, for every 5 that you lose the 5 rand, but for every 5 that you win, I'll double the 5 rand for you. So in other words, for every win, you get 10. Okay? Now, I don't know anyone who wouldn't take that kind of trade. And that's what the psychology is all about. And the big thing here, if you get the gist of it, it's about managing your risk. All you have to do, effectively, is manage your risk correctly. And all those problems are going to go away. Okay? And that's the whole thing, is everybody's always chasing the profit, but you're not looking at what the risk is involved in that. So the point is to risk less and win more. Add to your winning trades. Have you ever been in a losing trade? I'm sure most of you have done this. We've all done this. I've done this. You're in a losing trade and you add to it. And you think, well, I'll just double up on that because it will lower the cost price and it'll eventually go back up there. Hey, it's coffee with Rob. So it's Rob guilty, it's logical trading, it's coffee with Rob. Let's have a sip of coffee, eh? Anyway, if any of you have ever been in a losing trade and added to your trade, not once, but even twice, to try and get out of it, or to try and get the money back, or to try, you're so confident in that trade it's going to work out, and it just keeps on tanking and going down, and whichever way. And you think, well, eventually you get out at such a loss, it's horrific, or you've blown your account, or something equally ridiculous. That's the point I'm making. Now what I'll normally do is I'll set my stop loss on a 1-to-1 with my win ratio. I mean, you're supposed to set it 2-to-1, and that's the whole point of the coin flip and the whole point of the game. But what I'll do is I'll have a heavy profit. Now let's look at this chart here, for example. Here's a support, a resistance area, okay? So if you look at this resistance area, now the nice thing about this particular resistance area, right, is if you look at it, it has got the most phenomenal confluences, okay? Firstly, it's a resistance area. Secondly, it's a fantastic supply area, okay? Look at that, it's right up there. So that fits in nicely. If you were to draw another one of these okies in here, you would most likely find, okay, how do I get this out of here? There we go. That's bugging me, stupid thing. Anyway, if you were to draw another blocky in here, you would draw it right there, okay? And that would be your kind of supply area. And then if you were looking for an imbalance, so let's just remove that. Okay, so there's still your resistance area. But look at the imbalance. There's actually an imbalance right here as well. So there's your imbalance. Look, there's your candle up there. There's your candle down there. There's a full-on imbalance exactly in the same area. Okay. So if you look at this trade, there's a resistance, there's a supply, and there's an imbalance in exactly the same area. So who wouldn't use this area as a very strong area to trade in? At the bottom here as well, you've got a fantastic support area, okay? But not only that, you've got an area of demand. Fantastic, look at it, look where it popped out, right there, okay? So you've got an area of demand. Not only that, if I look carefully, I'll bet you I'm going to find an imbalance here as well, and as true as, you know, wait, there it is, there's one right there, there's a little one in there, okay? And you'll probably find another one further up. So look, and there's another demand area, a small one, but there's a big one here. So the confluence of this spot is also absolutely fantastic, okay? So this is the US dollar, Canadian dollar, okay? I don't even know what chart we're on here. I just took it for granted, there's a chart, there we go. So what I'll do here is, because this is so close to the support area, I'll take a long trade at the support area down here, probably a little bit further down than this arrow is showing. Perhaps we should move it down to there, okay? You can do it in the middle or before or whatever the case. And on this particular trade, I remember actually taking it a bit sooner because, you know, FOMO, fear of missing out. Everybody's got it, fear of missing out. You've got to get that out of your head. This fear of missing out is going to cost you so much money. Who was it that said, if you're picking a trade and you see a trade and you pick your stop loss, don't take the trade. Go and take the trade at your stop loss. That's where the trade is. I don't know how many people have told me that as well. But okay, so then you take the long trade and shoot it up, but at this area, it's probably going to turn around and start to go short again. And you're going to be very careful of that because this is a very important area. Now, how do you take the trade? Now, that's always the big question. How do you take the trade? So we're going long, right? So let's go and say, okay, we're going to take the trade over here, right? So there's your long trade all the way up to there, okay? And there's your stop loss. Your stop loss is below the lowest low, right, which is over there. And I normally like to give it just a little bit of space. Give it some space, give it some gap, give it a little bit of a gap. Otherwise, it's just going to come flying in here and take you out because it will come down before it goes up. And then you'll just get stopped out for absolutely no reason. So rather put your stop loss just a little bit further down. And there's your take profit. Now that isn't even a 1-to-1. That is definitely a 2-to-1. Just right there, there's a trade. There's a fantastic trade. If you put your stop loss somewhere down here at 1-to-1, you're going to make a profit. So with that said, let's move on. So if you're taking profits at this level, okay, what's your next trick? The system is so simple. You can learn the system in 16 seconds and off you go, right? So you've taken your profit and you've walked away. And that's as far as my system goes. It's as easy as that. So guys, that's my system. If you've got any questions, comments, like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, it's Rob Gilty, it's Logical Trading. Bye.